be sure to go to flipsidegaming.com and use promo code 6 for 10% off on orders over $10. It's a good deal and it helps support the show. What is up, Planeswalkers? Theurgic 6 back with some more Magic the Gathering Arena, and as you can hear, I didn't actually forget to turn my music back on after a stream, so that was awesome. Anyway, today, we're playing some Dredge. Why? I like Dredge. I've been trying to make it work again for a little bit since we have a nice reanimation package here. But I really enjoy Narcomoeba and Creeping Chill. And what's really cool is that Narcomoeba is something that you can sacrifice to something like Blood for Bones. Now, is this deck a tier 1 deck? No! That's why I'm playing in Unranked. I'm still going to fight, probably, some tier decks. But fuck it. It's fine. This is your kind of run-of-the-mill Grixis, mill yourself, have some extra stuff in the yard that you get back. You know, just things that you do. 4-Citrus Supplier, great early game card, allows us to technically put an early pressure against your opponent, because I literally just killed the Gate Shift deck before they could do anything thanks to Citrus Suppliers. But they mill you for 3, and milling you for 3 gets pretty much everything you want. You can possibly get one of your Dredge payoff cards, or you just put in fatties that you reanimate later on. Pretty good. It's also really nice at blocking early in the game against the aggressive decks, where you can either trade with some X1s, or you just chump block and hope to get even more things out of the yard. Narcomoeba is one of those awesome Dredge payoff-y type cards, where if you put it into your graveyard from your library, you can put it on the battlefield. You don't have to, but you can, and usually you do. This, as I said a little bit earlier, is a fantastic sack for Blood for the Bones, but all in all, it is a nice chump blocker in the air, and it's something that we can just kind of have lying around. Also, if you turn one Citrus Supplier into a Narcomoeba, that's 2 damage on turn 2 attacking. So, you know, it's not awful. 2 Charter Course. I'm running 2 Charter Course because sometimes you'll get fatty stuck in your hand. And you might just need to draw some cards. And Charter Course does a decent job of dealing with those 2 situations. Thought Erasure. We're playing blue-black. Thought Erasure not only has Surveil, allowing us to put stuff into the yard, but also it allows us to take something from our opponent. And who doesn't love that? 3 Gorging Vultures, very similar to Citrus Supplier, except you put the top 4 in, only on ETB, but has flying, is a 2/2, and you gain a life for each creature card you put in the graveyard this way. Now, the deck isn't, like, flush with creatures. You know, we're only running 19, but still, even a little bit of life is going to help you in situations where life is going to be an issue. Cough, cough, aggro. 2 Ashioks. 1, this card is good for the deck, right? We just are able to put stuff into our yard, and we happen to exile our opponent's graveyard. What's really nice is that exiling your opponent's graveyard can matter against Commander Dreadhorde decks. I have not seen a bunch of Commander Dreadhorde decks, but it is a thing. But Ashiok's static ability kind of fucks over a real popular deck right now. Cough, cough, Escape Shift. So, seems good. It's just like extra. Because we want to play Ashiok anyway, right? We want to be able to just put 4 cards into our graveyard for, you know, 4 times or something like that, right? So having that extra oomph against the meta is really nice. We can punish people who are playing in Unranked, essentially, is what I'm saying. 1 Nicol Bolas. This is a card that is just kind of value. The reason I'm running a single 1 of Nicol Bolas is because I kind of see it as a reanimation target that we can also just cast, right? Nicol Bolas is not going to be terribly hard to cast in this deck. It only costs 4. And it by itself can act as a reanimation spell, right? If you're able to get to the point where you flip this card, then your -4 is going to allow you to get 1 of your creatures back from the graveyard, or you can just steal one of your opponent's creatures. Additionally, it's just a nice 2-for-1 on the front end, and it's a 4-mana 4/4 flyer. What's not to love? Bolas is great. Bolas is in the deck. I'm actually going to bounce down to Creeping Chill and talk about this for a second. This is our second kind of Dredge payoff here, self-mill payoff, where we are able to essentially have a free Lightning Helix. Theoretically, if all of these things go into the graveyard early game, right, early-ish game, we've dealt 12 damage to our opponents, and we have gained 12 life. Our opponents start off at 8 if we get all our Creeping Chills in the graveyard early on. Now, that isn't always going to happen. One of the issues with decks like this is Narcomoeba and Creeping Chill can just get stuck in your opening hand. Hopefully, Charter Course can help you with that, mitigate that somewhat. But it is a thing. But luckily, Creeping Chill can also just end games, right? It is reach. If you do end up top decking it or drawing it or whatever, you can still cast it and deal 3 damage to your opponent. And that's not bad. So for what it's worth, it's each. It doesn't target, so that's good. I'm still going to skip this for a second. I'm going to move on to Cav of Flames. Cav of Flames is a fantastic card, very similar to Charter Course in that we can discard the Narcomoebas or Creeping Chills in our hand to try and just draw some other gas. It is fantastic as a main win condition because of the fact that since we are going to be milling ourselves a lot, there's going to be a decent amount of lands in our graveyard without us having to really try to put them there, right? So at some point, we're going to be able to just buff our Cavalier of Flame, and our opponent will then be damned if they do, damned if they don't block it, because either they take whatever the buff is, or they at the very least take lose a creature and take however many lands of damage to their face. What's nice, of course, is that you can just get this back, because it doesn't exile itself like the fucking green one. So you can get this back, and you can keep attacking them again and again and again for the number of lands in your graveyard. It's great. One end of the God Eternals, I felt I might want a little bit more life gain, and this does all the things we want. Deals 4, mills us for 4, gains us 4, gives us a 4/4. It's helpful, but it's only a 1-up helpful. Then we have Niv-Mizzet. This is a meme. Very rarely going to cast this card, but if we're able to get it out, it's just frustrating for opponents to deal with, because it's just drawing us cards, pinging our opponent. It's helpful. Also, if we have to, we can cast it. If we have the mana, which we won't always, because we have 3 swamps in the deck. So shut it. Agent of Treachery is kind of the way that these graveyard decks, these random decks tend to win, is by just stealing your opponent's stuff. What's yours? No, that's actually mine. This is mine now, thanks. And then you kill them with it, because it's funny. Scholar of Ages is a very helpful card. If you, for example, have a single, like you have a lot of your reanimation spells in the graveyard, you can use a reanimation spell that you've drawn or something to get Scholar of Ages back, as long as it's not going to kill you, to get 2 more reanimation spells back from your hand. Or you can just get some Thought Erasures to dump stuff out of your opponent's hand. If you have to, you can get Creeping Chill to gain some life, or to be able to just deal 3 damage to your opponent. The End of the God Eternals is also helpful. So there are nice things you can do with Scholar of Ages, but she's not the main part of the deck. That's why she's only a 1-up. And Drakuseth is just cool. Drakuseth, if you have Bond Revival on it, it's a hasty 7/7 that deals a load of damage. It deals like 10 damage plus itself. 17 damage in 1 card. It's pretty fucking good. Now, why did I skip all these? I skipped these because these are reanimation spells, and we have 3 different versions, as well as only 2 of each. So we're running 6 total reanimation spells, which I think is like 1 less than a lot of decks run. I think most decks run 7, and it's like usually a 4-3 split of something. But I'm doing 6 because we're not mainly a reanimation deck. We can, obviously, but we're mostly just like a random graveyard value deck. And Blood for Bones is very helpful, but it doesn't work when we don't have a creature spell in play. It's really nice if, obviously, we can use a Narcomoeba or something that we got there for free. But this is a pretty easy way to get card advantage, because we sack a thing, possibly get that thing back, or just get one of our Chungai back and put another card into our hand. Very often, this can be a Citrus Supplier, just so you can mill yourself for even more, which is just decent. Bond Revival is kind of the best one, because it does give our creature haste. Now, it only really matters with Drakuseth and Niv-Mizzet, I guess Cav too. It only really kind of matters with those that you're giving them haste. But it's just a really nice, it's just one and done. You just cast it, and you're good. But Connive Concoct is great because it's versatile, right? So you're going to be able to steal something early from your opponent if they're an aggro deck, or later on you can concoct Surveil for 3, which is helpful if you don't really have any fatties, but you kind of need that Hail Mary, and then you can resurrect a creature. Seems fine. This is our mana base. It is fine, and I'll talk about the cards that are in the sideboard after the games. Now, I played this on stream, and I did play some of it now. I don't remember how it did on stream. I want to say I won at least one of the games that I used it. I didn't use it very, like, a ton. But I want to say I used it a little bit. This hand is fine. We don't love that this is in our hand, but, you know, we can Chart Course it away if we want. We're going first, which is nice, and I do believe I will shock myself. I legit just got rid of this cat, and it's back already. Wizards knows that it's a bug that's happening, and they said they're going to try and fix it and shit, but it's just annoying because I hate the damn thing. Nothing great there that we got rid of. So I could cast this, but I think I would actually just rather attack and cast the Chart Course to just draw some cards. No reason to put something in our graveyard if we don't have to. Okay, so that's nice. We did get some extra land here, and a Bond of Revival with no target currently. Season of Growth. So this is going to be a Naya Feather deck. And I think what I'm going to do is keep this card back. Yes, I think I'm going to keep this back and play Ashiok and mill myself. If I get a Narcomoeba or something, then I'll choose not to. I did not. But I want to make sure Ashiok is kind of safe. What's really nice here is that I'll be able to potentially get this Niv-Mizzet out of the yard with Bond Revival, and this is a spell-heavy deck. So potentially Niv-Mizzet is going to be able to do a lot of work. Attacking, do it. Attacking there, sure. And easy block. I have another Sigil Supplier, which is always nice, and let's see if we get any dank spells. We got all of them. Oh, it's so good. Take all of these actions, thank you. So now if I top deck a Blood for Bones, I can cast it, which is always nice. Also, I just have blockers. Blockers are A-okay in my book. We're going to mill myself. Doop. Ooh! Drakuseth next turn seems pretty damn good. Yeah, Drakuseth seems just like better in this situation. Play another Supplier, because why the hell not? I mean, we're eating through our graveyard pretty damn fast. Got another Narcomoeba, always nice to see. We can just, honestly, we can just block the shit out of this. We don't even have to attack at this point, because Drakuseth is going to do a ton of damage. I should probably attack, though. Let's see, if I get Drakuseth out, 7, I can deal 4 damage to like a Feather if they cast that. 3 damage to that, 3 damage to face, deal 10. So yeah, it would still be a 2-turn clock. Yeah, it's fine. I think we're in a pretty okay position here. Oh, right. First game I played. Oh, okay. 4 mana. Another Season of Growth. Okay. You gonna cast another creature, or... No, you're just gonna try and draw. So I can block the shit out of this if I want. Is that what I want? Yeah. I don't care if I lose all of them. I plan on resurrecting the Great Lord Drakuseth. Sure. You'll need to cast 1 more card in order to save her. But if they cast a card to save her here, they won't have a card to save her next turn. Indestructible. Wow. Too bad you have no more mana. And my Dragonskull is going to end your life. In the Twilight Zone. Alright, first game was Esper life gain. We beat them. Pretty much by stealing their blood. The upside down vampire. I don't know what the fuck art it is. Could I do that? I mean, I guess I could. I'm gonna murder some things first. Bond Revival. Because, I mean, this is pretty much what we want here is Drakuseth. And we attack. 4 damage to this. 3 damage to this. Bang! We can Creeping Chill next turn? Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. Darn. Oh well. So my opponent has to deal with my Drakuseth and still gain some life. We've used what, 1 Creeping Chill? Yeah, we've used 1 Creeping Chill. That doesn't do it. That only allows you to scry 1 bond. I think I've used both of my bonds, both of my concocts, and 1 of my blood for bones. So I do only have 1 reanimator spell left in the deck, but shouldn't matter too much. They kept it on top, which is interesting. Okay, so you can draw a card. That does gain haste. But I win! Cool. And the second game was against Gate Shift. I won that game before they had a 5th turn. They cast, I had a Creeping Chill in my hand. I had turn 1, what is this? Cool. I had turn 1 Supplier into a Narcomoeba. Turn 2, I think I played a 2nd Supplier into a Narcomoeba. Then on turn... No. I played a 2nd Supplier, but it wasn't into a Narcomoeba. I played a Vulture on turn 3 into a Narcomoeba. And then I played a Bolas. I went first. So then they cast Circuitous Route on their turn. I attacked them. I've been attacking them this entire time. And they died because of Creeping Chill. I think that was like 1 over. So I'm gonna do my math. Or don't, I don't care. This hand is not good. Like, at all. We have 2 Chungus, which we don't want. We have 2 Narcomoeba, which we don't want. So I'm gonna mulligan this, see if we can get anything better. This is better because we have Ashiok and Gorging Vulture. We still don't like these, but it's fine. And we actually just put one of them back in the deck, which is nice. The Blood Mulligan actually is really great for these cards because if they are in your opening hand after you've mulliganed, you just chuck them back. Just be like, I don't need this. Put on some sort of red. Are we going to cast Narcomoeba now? My opponent's on aggro. I really don't want to take that damage. So I think I'm fine just doing this. Don't really want to take any unnecessary damage. I obviously still need lands. They're probably on mono red. Oh, they're on Cavalcade. Okay. Thought Erasure is helpful. Can allow me to get some land. Oh my god. Okay. Huh. Take this. That's not a land. I really need a land next turn, please. Oh, man. That is a land. Thank you very much. I think I play this. Hope to get stuff. Creep and Chill is very helpful. Okay. Okay. I still need to get up to Enter the God Eternals. That's going to be super helpful for me. I do assume my Vulture is going to die here, which is fine. Firebrand? So that pings me so that their Spitfire gets bigger, I suppose? Or do they just attack with both? No, they attack with Spitfire. I'm not going to block this, because that can get much bigger. Yeah, since this can get much more out of hand, I think it's correct for me not to block it yet. It's not what I want to see. I could play another Narcomoeba, but I think I want to just try and find trying to get more Narcs out of the graveyard, more Creeping Chills. For what it's worth, I'm hoping that my opponent also decides to go after Ashiok instead. I've put a decent amount of lands in my graveyard. I put 5? Yikes. So if I get a land... I can play a Narcomoeba, it probably just dies to Firebrand. Ooh, another Firebrand. So they can just kill my Vulture if they want. Although, honestly, I do think it's better for them just to attack me with everything. Note to self. Cavalcade. It's a hard deck to beat. Triggers, yeah. That would put me to 2. And they have Fanatical Firebrand, so I literally have to block. Darn. For what it's worth, even if I had a great hand, I'm not sure I would have been able to win this matchup. The Cavalcade deck is just very, very fast. Obviously, out of the sideboard, you can bring in things like Ritual of Soot and Cry. Probably more Ritual of Soot than anything. Cry, you don't really want your stuff to get exiled. And also doesn't kill Spitfires. I'd probably just run a bunch of Ritual of Soots. Ping me. Okay, that doesn't kill me, though. It puts me low as fuck. 14. So it puts me to 1. Ow. Ow. I am at 1. This is very likely going to be insufficient. Oh, baby, I love you, eh? Thank you, Creeping Chills. You may have saved the game for right now. We're still not in the best situation. Because I still haven't drawn any lands. Because I've milled all of them. We are running 24 lands. So. Yep. Yep. Have to block. Ow. Oh, I'm dead already. Aww. I died. It's fine. This is definitely a much faster deck that I came up against. And we also had to mulligan, and our hand wasn't great. We didn't draw any lands, so... I still think we would have lost that game in a vacuum. But I do think our situation was made worse by the variables that we found ourselves in. Still, I love decks like this. Graveyard decks are just fucking great. Mana Dookie? We have Narcomoeba and Creeping Chill in our hand, which kind of sucks, but we have a Citrus Supplier. We have Chart a Course. Kind of fine with this, and we're going first. So, it's okay. I don't like that I have these in my hand, but they can be used in a pinch if necessary. Darn. Oh well. Did get Agent of Treachery in the yard. It's always nice to see. Blood Crypt, cool, cool. I will attack and just Chart a Course. Try and draw some lands. Hurts, but it's fine. Got a land, so that's nice. That is one more land towards Blood for Bones. Up against a Stomping Ground deck. Temur Elementals is what I assume we're against. We will attack. I really need to draw another land. One land would put us in a pretty good situation. And we're going to play this Narcomoeba here. Just in case our opponent has a shock or something, we want to make sure that we have something in play for our Blood for Bones, provided we draw land. Let's go ahead and reorganize our hand here a bit. There we go. And I assume this is going to be Risen Reef. Yep. Temur Elementals, as I suspected. Which has kind of been supplanted. That is an awkward Bone Mow. Damn. They're not going to block ever. So I'd rather just keep this up. We only milled one land too, so... Only 4 on the top. 14? 4... And, I have no idea if that's statistically significant or not. Also doesn't matter all that much. Sure, be purple. Trailblazer, okay. Supplier is something that a lot of people don't want to attack into. So, should be okay en général. That's a land, that's all I needed. No, not Creeping Chill. Holy shit, I would have been very upset. We're going to sack our Supplier. Ooh, Niv-Mizzet. I really want Niv-Mizzet, but I don't think that deck plays a ton of spells. So we're just going to Agent of Treachery, and... I mean, we could put a Niv in our hand, but... we need a lot more red for that. Alternatively, I could just put a Gorging Vulture in my hand. Next time I'm probably going to play Bolas anyway. I get a... because these are useless in my hand. This is useless in my hand. Live, life, breathe that in my hands again. This is the value creation, so I want to steal it from them. You gonna kill your own creature? Okay. I mean, I do have an elemental, so I guess. Next turn we plan on bolusing, so I mean, that's sure. 2 for yourself, I don't care. I draw land, plan is still going to be this. I only have used one of my... Yeah, so I've only seen one of my reanimation spells, so I can still have other spells to do. Awakener. Oh, okay. Toughness, return the card to the battlefield, tapped and attacking. Okay, sure. So this can get a little bit bigger. Side quest at the beginning of the next end step. Alright, I'll block like this. So both of them should die. Sure. Play a Bolas. Land. No blocks. No attacks. Let's see. There's 16. Gorging Vulture. 6 mana. This one might be a hard one too. This technically is a meta deck, but it's not egregious enough for me to really care too much. I'm gonna block here, block there. I guess I could have blocked there instead with the Narcomoeba, because this is going to die regardless, but that's fine. This died. They might play an Omnath here to kill my Bolas. Yep. Shard Horse, sure. I mean, they're going through their deck faster than I am. Thought Erasure is nice to see. Shut up, cat. Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. I did that in the wrong order. Fucking mass manipulation piece of shit. Bad person. They need one more blue to use it. Force them to use their mana, I guess. They want to deal extra damage to me. Yep. No, I'm dead. Ugh. That's fine. This is not a meta deck. And we lost to a meta deck. But, you know, it's not excusing. I very well could have made better decisions that game. Not sure what they were, but I could have made better decisions. I'm sure of it. We have face-palming Tristani. This is a very good hand. I double Supplier, Thought Erasure. Obviously, I need land, but I'm liking where this one is. Opponent on the Engrass leaves. Tristani, red. Cool. Got another land that I can play. Supply some stitches to our opponent. It's fine. Ooh, dinos. Okay, okay. 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 I see you. Okay. Another land, always nice to see. Bye. Sheshkis. Next time we play a Blood Crypt, then we play a Dragonskull Summit. We play Blood for Bones. Oh, hell yeah. We also have a Bolas, just in case. Play a Citrus Supplier. I'd really like to hit a Narcomoeba here, just so I can have more creatures in play than they have removal spells. Didn't get one. Do I attack here? Because that's an additional cast. So by the time I cast this, they won't be able to do anything. I doubt they're going to block. If they block, I think I'm fine. Because the thing is, even if I lose both of my creatures, I still get to just cast Bolas. Right? Bolas as a backup plan is pretty good. 5 mana. Concession. I guess they drew 2 lands. That's my guess. Is that I took the single creature from them. Count it. Man, I was happy playing Magic yesterday with that Blood deck. I'm happy playing this one. Man. Wish more recording days were like this. It's fun. I'm having a good time. And for what it's worth, I think a part of it also was hanging out with people on stream today. This hand is okay. Turn 1, turn 2. This is kind of bad, but we do have a reanimation target. We need some mill in our hand. But that shouldn't be terribly hard to come by. Oh crap, my back hurts. I'm waiting for my opponent to keep their hand. They mulliganed. Are they gonna do it again? Yes? No? Maybe? No. Alright. Ow. Ow. Oh! Oh, that was a bad one. I feel like an old man. What is this? Really? Well, considering they don't have any green, are they going to take Quench? Yeah, I'll keep that. Because this gets under whatever they want to do. It mills me, exiles their shit. Seems good. Fuck, they have green. Bastards. That is fine. I'll pay the life. I will mill myself.
I am that which lightens. Behold, my dreams disappear.
Narcomoeba is useful. Got a Drakuseth. Nice to see with a bond. I do need lands now. I do assume they're just going to play Risen Reef. I mean, if they, like, the thing is, if they wait and don't do anything, yeah, like, the correct decision is Risen Reef here. Okay, so they did get to ramp a little. I would like a land doo-doo. A land doo-doo. Really? I'll block it. Yeah, I'll destroy some of the green mana, sure. Another creeping chill? Eh, it's kind of shit. Yeah, missing a land drop sucks. There's only been 4 lands in the graveyard, so it's 57 in the top. No, I mean that's about the amount I would expect to see. This is a bit of an unfortunate situation. Ow. Got a land. And myself.
I leave you with one last nightmare.
Unfortunately, they're probably going to keep up a sabotage at this point. I mean, this is Bant, but what kind of Bant? Bant Ramp, I guess? Didn't really seem like anything other than that. Yeah, I mean, it seems just like Bant Ramp. And of course, can't really cast anything important because of sabotage.
This has been a nightmare.
Narcomoeba? Alright. I'll just cast a Creeping Chill, see if they want to counter this. Yeah, didn't think so. A bad opponent would have countered that there. I think at this point I've lost the game.
Trust me, you'll thank me later. I've got it.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain this is just Bant's ramp into Hydrocrisis and Manipulation. I wonder if they'll counter this. Okay. They decided to counter that, so hopefully hopefully they don't have another counterspell, and next turn I can top deck a land to play Bond Revival to get Drakuseth and attack the shit out of my opponent. I need pretty much exactly that scenario. Okay, Druid, sure. I don't like that they drew 2 lands there, or drew 2 cards there. Yeah, they're just going through the deck. 36. I'm on 36. And I've milked myself a bunch. They've just drawn it. Ah! Oops. I touched my mouse shortcut. Looks like a Grixis. A Nissa. And they, importantly, kept open blue mana. So I still need to top deck a land here to see if I can even play this game. And countered. And bye-bye. So, we lost 3 games. 2 of them I would consider meta decks. I don't know if Cavalcade's meta. I don't know if it's... I don't know. It's a good deck, though. The main issue is the lands, so honestly, I'm being stupid and running 61 cards, because I feel like I was flooding a lot in the normal games. But arguably, you probably want to take out something. Probably take out the God Eternal. Yeah, just have 24 lands and 60 cards instead of being stupid. Whoa! First of all, cancel. Second of all, go here. There we go. What was that? 3 losses and 4 total wins, I think. Yeah, that's fine for pretty much a meme deck. Tormenting Voice, as well as Honor the God Pharaoh, are things that you can use to discard your Chungai in order to get some other card draw. However, I feel like we're trying more to mill ourselves in this deck than discard things like a traditional discard-based Grixis Reanimator deck, which I might do at some point. I think I've done Jund and Sultai. I don't think I've done Grixis yet. And I'm not counting this as a traditional Grixis Reanimator deck. But yeah, they don't do as well. Same as Rotting Regisaur. That's kind of the reason I didn't have that. Obviously, Rotting Regisaur is just a nice beater against a deck like we just saw against that Bant deck. However, when we're essentially not trying to put things from our hand into our graveyard, it's a lot harder to justify this. Clear the Mind is something that you can use. In practice, I've had a lot of situations where I had like very few cards left, and you can technically use Clear the Mind in order to shuffle it back in, but it's probably not very useful because, you know, the chances of you drawing the card are pretty much the exact same as the chances of you milling the card. Probably less, actually. Discovery Dispersal surveils, which is nice, and the Dispersal is helpful, but overall not a super good card. Jace, Wielder of Mysteries, is kind of a better Clear the Mind, because this does at the very least mill yourself. That said, I think you would have to modify the mana base somewhat to really accommodate Jace, and you'd probably want at least 2 or 3 of them. So that's why I didn't feel like adding him in. Kindling Phoenix is just kind of a good red card. That's about it. I decided Nikki B was better. Cavalier of Knights is a decent option. You are able to sack something to kill something that has lifelink. However, if we're already sacking something in order to bring it back, say with Blood for Bones, it just doesn't seem as helpful. Ilharg, again, this is not a from the hand deck. That's why I didn't keep Ilharg, and you saw why I got rid of it. So yeah, I mean, this deck is fun. Whether or not it's like super mega OP or strong or whatever, it's not meant to be. It's meant to be fun, and I had fun. That's all that matters to me. That and getting a sweet pack of gems. Find that. All right, so that's a thing. I'd like to thank my lovely patrons, especially Salamander, Croft, Rexel, Zin, and Furry God. I say all of them. Yeah, for the continued support, if you'd like to join them and support the channel, you'll find links to that down in the description below. Or you can just press that join button, become a channel member today. In the description, you'll find links to the Discord server, where we chat and play games, and you can duel me during Twitch streams. It's a ton of fun. A ton of people showed up yesterday for you all, and it was an actual blast. And you just ask me like weird fucking questions. Also, Anthropy account hosts all my deck lists, including this one. yeah, I mean, I hope you've enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed recording it, even though I had some losses there. If you did, go and tap that like button, add subscription to your memorable, cast a comment in the comment section down below, pass the turn, and the vid to some of your friends, and of course, until next time, all will be one.